better at doing that through fighting.
Yes.
The Hylos was better at allowing for escaping and sustaining, but yeah, this Badang might be that extra little bit of oomph in the CC department that might take Twisted Minds and all of us, all together with them, to game number 3. Game 2 is upon us. Smart Omega at match point.
Welcome
Can
to
the
Mobile
Minds
Legends.
force a victory with this, once again, Angela-centric lineup?
Yeah. We have to pay attention to what goes on in the mid lane. Oh, Kaloy again. What we expect of roamers typically now, but the rotations definitely. Smart Omega has to be the faster mid duo here.
Yeah. Well, Lansu's his version is that he goes for agility and Festival of Blood. Interesting.
Okay.
Getting Spell Vamp through there. So it's not the Tenacity Inspire that we saw earlier from James. Well, there is a Spell Vamp Festival of Blood for James. Initially, yeah, it will be a struggle for the Arlot, but let's see if he can find an opening to start winning the laning matchup. Looking at the win-loss records, no wins for the Badang and the Esmeralda for Twisted Minds. They've both lost twice apiece. Well, it's actually a debut pick for James. And Super Yoshi has no wins on the Gacha.
Yeah, I can't believe it's actually a 0-4 for the Gatot so far. Although I do feel like even based on how they decided to go for the Farsa last pick, they really tried to pair it up with like that partner, that combo.
To get some semblance of a combo.
Yeah.
But I get it though. With a Gatot, it's a little harder to be proactive like you are with a Grok.
Yeah.
Because you're literally throwing your body. Like you are proactive when you're deep in. It's not the Super Yoshi's MO wherein he's always ready to run away. But wait, looking for taunt.
Oh.
Short.
That's where you see how they really try to make use of Dangerous Grass. All 4 of them tried to do something there in that special bush.
That's like a barangay gang.
See, now it happens to me.
Sorry,
I'm bush.
A bush?
A bush.
We do say brush a lot at the English broadcast. Good, perfect spot by Lansu.
Oh, but he doesn't get to stun Haji. Now all members of Smart Omega pay attention to him, but there's the hard guard as well. Haji actually forced to use the Feathered Air Strike in his face. But he still gets the kill on Lansu. There's the knockup from the AOG. The taunt and the stun. Kaloy might actually go down here. Concussive Blast 2, and he has no way out.
2 for 1.
Yeah, I'm thinking did Kaloy's dash animation get stopped, or did he just dash into a part of the wall that was chunky that he couldn't dash?
No, I think there was a target there.
Ah, yeah, because the wall came out on the other side.
Correct.
Right, okay.
So he got stopped by the logic of the skill. If there's an opponent here, I stop dashing and the wall comes up. So that was to his demise.
Yeah, I think that was Super Yoshi that was in front of him. James?
That's the one.
Final Slash. Falling Star Moon just to get back under the turret. Fortunately for Lansu, he survives that. Oh, but the fist break, fist crack combo.
Again, we're seeing an old mechanic, an old dynamic. When Badang was the boogeyman of the metagame, Harith was an answer.
Yeah, he can't just easily dash through. He didn't get the stun off, and Netsky didn't even need to use the Purify, so good news there. In terms of the gold, let's look at Netsky compared to Nosha. Already 500 is his lead. Yikes. That's not good.
Nosha.
Not this early on. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, and there's already a 500 gold gap between you two.
Yeah.
That's Netsky showing why Harith is like his go-to gold lane pick, and no matter the matchup, he will bully you in lane with it.
Now that we're seeing Twisted Minds not get that much control in the mid lane, I feel like Nosha's really being affected by it.
Yes.
We're seeing a totally different version of how Twisted Minds is playing the early game.
Yeah, and look where Sean usually is, significantly behind his tower. We're used to seeing Sean being proactive with his positioning,
He's everywhere,
but so passive.
Feathered Air Strike, Nosha trying to dodge it, but instead he had to have the hard guard just to somehow stay alive. But Omega won't risk it anyway. They see multiple members down bottom.
That's what we call opportunity cost. By rotating and having their way, Smart Omega forced Twisted Minds to respond. And I wouldn't call that a failed rotation. Again, they were gut-checking Twisted Minds.
Yeah. Is the gold lead growing still? Yeah, it's getting closer to even 600 now, favoring Netsky. Yeah, I think Twisted Minds ending up with an Angela for Sean. They're really just going to be playing around the objectives here. like this is old school OG Blacklist identity, which is okay, the opposing team can take the lead, but then we'll find the turnaround, maybe Turtle 2, Turtle 3, or Lord 1.
Yeah. Also, since they have the Lancelot, so they probably have a few more ways to actually deal with it. Kaloy gets burned. Haji takes him down, automatically losing one member before this objective take. MP the King, there's a potential hard guard coming in, and so is Lanzo trying to scout the area, but Ryzen taunting him right there. MP the King actually goes in. The SOD will connect also, but the Appraiser's Wrath lands. James finding Nosha. Ryzen eventually will fall. MP the King, a successful pickoff, and now they are in control of the objective. They finally secured for themselves. Flicker from Haji just to escape. MP the King trying to do the same because Netsky already in the picture and everyone will disengage.
Yeah, a little bit of knockback coming in from Kaloy, actually helping out MP the King. What an effort! That was a ridiculously hard sequence that Twisted Minds had to do, especially MP the King. He had the hard guard with him, which is why he had the confidence to commit the play. James was able to get the kill onto Nausea, but since they lost Ryzen, they lose big time.
Not to mention, Netsky really waited for the last minute. I think there was even a part of that comms wherein they would have told Netsky, don't even come anymore. I think we got this. It's just that Twisted Minds forced a response. So he had to leave the lane. I think he was going to double lane anyways. And this does shrink the lead down to 400 gold. This is a close match, game 2.
So, look at the items already, a Corrosion Scythe for the Moscovs. They're going to take some time here. And yeah, the threat is even if the Moskov gets to join into a fight, your biggest problem is the Arlot. But I think Twisted Minds are also just, okay, James. Let's forget that we saw that.
Yeah. Every single time I feel like the SOD is going to land, it's just going to take James' attention, and he is gonna be focusing all of his resources into looking and trying to isolate Nausea from the fight. So maybe up until they think they can really take on Smart Omega in terms of the team fights, it might not be the best decision to make. We might have to see, again, since they switched it up so much, Nausea might have to play the objective or the side lane pushes for now.
Again, James with the attempt, Nausea had to use the Purify there. So this is a 1.5-minute window that Omega knows Nausea has no Purify.
Does that also mean that Twisted Minds are just gonna accept that Nausea is gonna struggle, so that instead of trying to protect him, they're just gonna keep diving onto Ryzen? Because that was the game plan in the previous game. And so far in the team fights that we've seen, the big team fights surrounding where Ryzen is, Ryzen's always really just the key target. They don't care about Harith, anyone else, Haji, they don't mind. They just always hunt down the Fredrin.
I think that happened earlier too in the first objective, so we'll see what the trend is going to be, because Smart Omega right now actually bursting down the turtle, not allowing for Twisted Minds to even contest. And Nausea fully aware of that too. He's been avoiding everyone as much as he can, but this is a surprisingly small lead that Smart Omega has.
Yeah. So now Omega needs to go into thinking about taking care of their macro. Nausea.
He's fine.
He's fine. Yeah. He'll be able to get away without a problem. Considering that Nausea is gonna be living the life of every Moskov player ever. Clear one lane, I push, recall. Clear the other lane, I push, recall. Or keep pushing the other lane opposite the Lord, I recall.
Rinse and repeat till you win or you lose.
Yeah. That's why I don't play Moskov.
Or if an SOD hits, then you add a couple more decision trees to
that's
said game process. About a minute until the Lord spawns, upper quarter of the map. What was Kaloy doing here? How did he get that deep?
Yeah, I was thinking the same, because I don't recall seeing anyone with him at that time.
What was the attempt there?
Maybe he was hoping to see if he could find an angle to gank.
Oh, to be fair, yeah, the Angela can just come in anytime and then an SOD can be thrown out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Super Yoshi's still on the way to building up the Dominance Eyes. He went for a chop, so he went for the Robe first for a little bit more magic defense. Now he's going to go into Dom Eyes. Only one piece of anti-heal item across both teams, both of them being in the mid laner. So maybe whoever gets to build their first... Oh no, there it is. Super Yoshi just got to build the Dominance Eyes. That might just be the difference maker here for Omega.
Yeah. They'll be more encouraged to take on the fights right now. And speaking of fights, it felt like Twisted Minds wanted something to happen actually, but Omega, they didn't fight back.
I mean, that's fine. It comes back in what, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
So it'll be back just in time for this Lord.
This whole time, we're seeing how Twisted Minds is actually a much stronger macro lineup, Omega could not answer to that trade down bottom.
Yeah.
And Twisted Minds can just keep doing this. They can just keep rope-a-doping Omega and protecting who needs to get protected, because Lansu and MP the King are oddly very elusive. Well,
Yes.
the Lancelot, yes. But the Esmeralda, a simple purify or run away. Purify, Falling Star Moon defensively, they're fine. They can do this up until what? The 15, 16 minute mark. Oh, Haji.
Ouch. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's not good for them. Lansu holding a really good spot there right behind the Lord Pit in the new bush. We call it the beard now.
The beard, yes.
The beard.
Haji clearly wanted to at least make Sean drop very low before the objective, but that wasn't the case. It was just avoided by everyone there. So Twisted Minds might actually have a bit of advantage. They are the ones who are able to position first.
Yeah, this game is definitely better than game one.
Yeah, I think I want to see Omega try to commit a deeper push elsewhere. Allow Twisted Minds to start off the festivities and see if you can just hold on the fight long enough for a 3-2 split, which is exactly where they are at right now. I hope they consider committing into this. They need more macro presence down bottom. Push a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Nosha's not trying to push
Yikes.
forward though.
Okay.
They have to hide him. Again, this is the other thing that this lineup can do is you show the Angela, but you constantly hide the Moskov.
Yeah.
And you hope for an SOD engagement that Omega don't see coming from an angle that, again, you don't expect.
And they don't know Kaloy's right there. Smart Omega have no idea. Now there's the conceal, but Haji somehow still gets the objective for Smart Omega, even when Ryzen was stunned at the perfect time.
The clutch!
SOD!
Okay, SOD, but Super Yoshi, he has his taunt ready. Nosha will not proceed, but he still gets a turret down bottom.
So that's the trade. Smart Omega get the Lord, but Twisted Minds push down that tier 2.
Yeah, I think Twisted Minds are I appreciate that they're really holding on to that thought of, guys, if we can't win objectives, if we can't win fights, let's just win through sheer macro. And little by little, it's happening. There's already a significant lead between the Lancelot and the Fredrin. Yes, as long as you get the Guardian's Helmet on the Fredrin and you're in the lead, you're fine. You don't need any more like tanky items. You're good. But then the Lancelot's really starting to hurt, which makes things a little bit more difficult for the team fighting. So that makes Omega trying to take care of their waves and trying to win the Lord Dance even more delicate. That they need to end this before 17 minutes or Twisted Minds will be in a really comfortable spot to turn it around.
And that's why James goes in with the setup on MP the King.
Perfect.
They will not wait for any longer. They still have the Lord and the multiple man taunt coming in from Ryzen. How does Twisted Minds defend this? There goes the SOD, but Lansu could not hold on any longer. Razor's Wrath also dropped here by Ryzen, but only Sean, Kaloy, and Nosha are left to defend. They'll take care of all the remaining base turrets.
Oh my
Feathered
God.
Airstrike
Nosha!
and Salmon Force. There's literally nothing that Nosha can do. Sean and Kaloy, how can they defend this? They might not
over.
make anything out of this